Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I'm George. We're all George. So, Bitcoin is still looking fantastic right now. Look at it. It's 24/7. We had a little volatility over the last few days, but Bitcoin is trending higher, and that makes people wonder if we're in a bull run. Is it is it too early to declare a bull run, or are we actually in a bull run? Because besides Bitcoin, the entire crypto market cap is exploding right now, 1.12 trillion, and many projects are in the green. So are we really in a bull run? Well, there's a lot of articles talking about it. It really depends on how you look at it, right? We're definitely recovering from bottom, and we're heading into the next halving event, and then after that, we're heading into the parabolic phase, right? So, have we broken out of the last cycle, the last bear cycle, and now we're getting into the bull cycle, a bull run? I mean, you can make that argument, I guess. You could. There's a lot of metrics, a lot of signals that indicate this. For example, looking at this, and I did talk about this recently, but the 200-day moving average, that is a huge barrier to break. Bitcoin has always used that as kind of like a support. And whenever Bitcoin breaks below and comes back above it, that means good things are going to happen. And this one shows not only the 200-day moving average, but also the realized price. They are both very similar at the same level. And Bitcoin has just shattered both of them. It has broken above. Traditionally speaking, this is very bullish. All the times that this has happened before, Bitcoin went on a tremendous rise coming up from bottom. Here's another one just looking at new addresses. The number of new addresses coming into the space is still heading high, not as high as before in terms of the momentum, like how much new addresses are being created, but we're definitely starting to go up again. And here's one that's just measuring profit loss ratio between like the retail investors and the long-term holders, right? And you add it together, are people profitable at this point? Well, they're starting to turn profitable, and that's also very positive as we come up from bottom, right? So there's just a lot of metrics that show that yes, we are definitely in recovery. And yes, we have started that bull run. Doesn't mean that we're in like the last stage of the bull run where everything's going parabolic, but we have started. And like I said, as we get closer and closer to the halving event, the price will get higher and higher. And then afterwards, that's when we make a new high and then continue forward, right? So things are looking really good, going according to plan right now. And also, there's a lot of similarities between what's going on right now and what happened during the last bottom event. This one, if you look at the left side, is what we're going through right now, and you look at the right side, is where Bitcoin was back in 2019, was recovering, right? And they look very similar because both times we had some kind of like bottoming event, right? In 2019, um, basically, I think at that time we had Mt. Gox. We had Mt. Gox selling off, and that's what brought us to that bottom point. And this time around, we had the FTX sell off, right? We both had like a bottoming event that brought us to a true bottom. And then when we recovered back up, right, it came pretty quick. And then we really start moving, right? Like here's another um, broader view of what happened in 2019, right? We stood there, according to this, was called the neckline for quite some time. Same thing in 2022, we had that, right? And then you break above and you kind of solidify and consolidate at this level, according to this level one, and then you have this next leg up, level two, and then you keep going, right? And that's what we may see right around this corner, this next leg up to level two, which could bring us much higher. People are anticipating anywhere from 30,000 to 50,000, right? Think about that. Bitcoin at 30,000 or 40,000 or 50,000 could be right around the corner within this next several months. Think about that. So, are we in a bull run? You can make that argument. We have started We're not at the tail end, but we may have just started this next bull run already, and better days are coming, right? Here's another one. If you're curious about the hash rate of Bitcoin, continues to skyrocket, especially if you zoom out. That's the important thing with Bitcoin. If you ever have doubt short term, just zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out. And then you realize that things are still doing just fine and going according to plan. All right. Outside of Bitcoin, there's several other projects I want to talk about, including Filecoin. And many of you guys may have wondered why Filecoin started jumping up tremendously. Now, they talked about this months and months ago, and it was kind of forgotten until now. They have just announced that they will be launching their own virtual machine, which essentially makes Filecoin into a layer 1. That's their goal. So they announced this 6 months ago, maybe even longer, right? And it was just kind of forgotten. Now they're saying that this will launch in March. Okay. So they want to be a full-fledged L1, get outside of just becoming the biggest decentralized storage player, but they want to become the next Ethereum killer. That's really what they want to do. So you look at their master plan is basically having the largest decentralized storage network, onboarding and safeguarding humanity's data. That's pretty ambitious. And then bring compute capability to data-enabled web-scale apps. So that is why there's a lot of enthusiasm over Filecoin right now, why they're coming up. In terms of market cap, they're pretty big already. They're over $2 billion. So yeah, they're already a behemoth, right? Sitting at number 26. And you can see the last week they went up about 50%. So definitely a lot of enthusiasm. Oh man, almost 3 billion, right? So that is what Filecoin is trying to do. And we'll see if the momentum, can keep going. Now, the other one is Chainlink. And Chainlink just declared something. They declared that they want to get into AI. So they just hired a Google vet from Google, and that guy was overseeing basically the AI machine learning system from Google. So this guy is really well in tune with AI, and Chainlink wants to get into AI in a big way. Obviously, right now, there's a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of excitement, and speculation about AI plays, AI projects, anything to do with AI, right? Sergey from Chainlink, he's like, well, this is what we want to do AI-based fraud detection across multiple chains. Keep in mind, Chainlink is the biggest decentralized Oracle network that works with several chains and many, many, many dApps, right? ZK proves to preserve privacy when feeding data to AI models, secure permissions between AI and other systems via Oracle networks. So AI, everyone wants to get involved. Now Chainlink is going to get involved, and that is going to be absolutely huge. Okay, so with that said, 2023 for Chainlink, they could have a big year. They could have a big year because of it, and right now, they are definitely the biggest Oracle network by far, and no one is close. And lastly, as for Polygon, you guys know I love Polygon, and they have been doing really, really well, breaking above $1.50 now, right? And recently, within the last 6 months, it has been doing a lot. I've been showing about all the brands that have onboarded into Polygon, but now take a look, 46 million addresses. Okay, new addresses within the last 6 months. There are definitely a lot of excitement, a lot of players, a lot of retail investors all coming into Polygon right now, and this is the reason why they are doing spectacular. So tonight I'll have a special video for you guys. Look forward to that, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, take care. Bye-bye.